Good evening and thanks for watching CMTV. As always at this time, your tech takes the airwaves. I'm Marius Kimboy and this comes to you live from Hotel Goshen here in Eldoret. Tonight, yet I have other women in the house. These are women from across two counties, that is Uasin Gishu County and Trans Nzoia County. From my extreme left, I have Honorable Sarah Lubano, who is going for an MCS seat. Kwanza ward, that is in Kwanza sub-county in Trans Nzoia County. And then next to her, I have Honorable Frida Mengich, who is going for MCS seat in Ainapkoi Olare ward, which is in Ainapkoi constituency, that is in Uasin Gishu County. And to my right, I have Honorable Mother Ouma, who is going for an MCS seat, Matisi ward, that is in Saboti sub-county in Trans Nzoia County. Karibuni sana waheshimiwa. Starting with you, Honorable Sarah Lubano, what have you done that you feel like you're going for this seat to represent the people of Kwanza ward?
Thank you very much, Mr. Kemboi. You have asked me what I have done to feel like I should get this ward of Kwanza ward. I have been in an institution, and this particular institution, I have had so many challenges. And the challenges I've had is that when children do very well, especially in my own school, after they have done very well, they still come back to me and then they ask me, Madam, how are we going to proceed with our education? When I try to go to the authorities to ask for them, even just to organize anything for them so that they can continue, sometimes they turn me down. Sometimes they promise to come and they don't even come. So I saw it a big challenge for me to have children perform very well, but still they cannot proceed.
And you're talking like you're a teacher by profession because you're saying your children, madam?
Yeah, that's right. I'm a teacher by profession. I have climbed over ladders and I became a head teacher. By the time I left, I was a head teacher.
So you're a retired teacher now?
I opted to retire, yeah.
Because of politics, or it was just you attained the age of retirement?
I had 2 years remaining, but because of those many challenges that I have mentioned one of them, I thought maybe if I ventured into politics, I would help these children much more to pursue more in their education and also many other things that were missing in my area. Yeah.
Mheshimiwa Mengich, what is it pushing you to go for this seat?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kimboy. Since I grew up in my ward, Ainapkoi Olare ward, I've been seeing several times there is a corruption and divisive politics. So, due to my profession, I, as a pastor, I've interacted with several people of different ages, male or females, and also youth. So, when I see their problems, mostly they share with me because they feel that this is a pastor and we can share our problems to her. So, I normally do counseling, men, women, and youth. So it reached a point whereby I thought I can serve this community in this ward because I can reach all the levels of ages and I can help them to solve problems. Yeah.
Could you mention some of these problems that you feel like it is a real thing that it brings concerns in the people of Olare Ainapkoi?
Yes. Since I can mention one example, there was a young man who was married and he has a lot of problems in his home, whereby the wife mistreats him. So I took that as a big challenge whereby you can find a man sharing to a lady the problems he is going through. Then I saw, if I can help this man, why not the others? Yes.
Very true. And Mheshimiwa Martha, you're going for Matisi. What is it pushing you for this seat of MCA?
Thank you, Mr. Keboy, and I want to thank all of you for giving us an opportunity to come to Uasin Gishu County. I'm vying for Matisi Ward MCA. The reason why I decided to go to politics is because for the last 10 years I've been working for an institution for women called Trans-Kenya Women Circle, which I initiated. And for those years I realized there are so many problems for women, and not only for women, because when you are working with a woman, you'll understand all the problems in the family. And for the 10 years, I've tried my level best to be able to get information and even assistance from the county government. And I was not able as a manager of the institution. And because I work with both women in business and even farmers. In fact, for the last 5 years, we also established a chilling plant, which we really wanted the county government to help us to move through. But I realized there's a big gap between the farmers, the people are poor, and the county government. So I realized because I can be able to help these people, I can go in the government and make sure I'm able to help these people because I understand their problem. Yes.
Now, let me get back to you, Mheshimiwa Mengich. You are a pastor and you are joining politics. How do you perceive this, given that when you are in politics, they feel like there is certain spirit that gets Christianity from you, because all along people perceive that politics is a dirty game and politics is speaking lies that appear to be the truth.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kimboy. Yeah, you've asked me a very good question, whereby I normally receive those questions. Since, you know, some people are asking me, because you are a lecturer, you are teaching pastors, you are training pastors, and now you are joining politics whereby you have to use lies. So to me, in my heart, I know that when you say the truth, you will shame the devil. So I normally tell them, this politics is not a dirty game, whereby the players themselves are the dirty due to what they are talking of, what they are doing. I told them, for me as an example, you would not see that politics in such a way that it is a dirty. Yes. Because I will not speak lies. I will say the truth, how it is. Yeah. Because most and many of the politicians, they are coming, they speak lies. They convince people to vote for them out of lies. And then after getting those seats, they go their own way. Yeah, they will not come back. So I normally tell them, for me, as you vote for me, I will not go. I will be with you, and I will do as what I promised. Yeah.
Mheshimiwa Sarah, what is your perception of on this notion that people think politics is about lies for you to get there?
Well, that is the perception of the people. But in my opinion, I think, especially for women, I think what we promise the people, one time or another, you'll just have to deliver. Because it comes from the heart that you want to serve. Mostly it's not a job you are looking for. Mostly you just want to give services to the people. And if you really want to give services to the people, you are going to promise things that you are really going to deliver. It's not always that when you say something, you are not going to do it. My perception is when you promise something one time in your time of service, you'll just have to deliver.
Mheshimiwa Mother, on that?
Thank you. Politics, to me, it is a dirty game to the people who are not truthful to themselves. But to me, politics is not a dirty game. Politics is leadership. And if you have a passion for the people and your aim is to lead people and to make sure development comes in the world, you'll do right politics. And what you promise people, you shouldn't do it. And if you know you are not able to do it, don't promise. So to me, politics is leadership. Thank you.
You're saying, all of you are saying politics is leadership. It is not about promising what you cannot deliver. And now I'll go to ask this. What is it that people look at you and say, Mheshimiwa, utufungue, tupee zetu twende? You have not even talked in the podium. They are telling you, tupee zetu twende. Do you do that, Mheshimiwa Sarah? And if not, and how do you take it? Because this is politics and it is real, it happens.
Well, yeah, this is actually what people have gotten used to with this period of time. Since time immemorial, that it is something that has been going on every other time. And we now need to change this perception that when you venture into politics, that means you have something to give out. We are now working on, when you venture into politics, you have to appear a leader. And people should see you as a leader who will want to serve them. And therefore, we are trying to sensitize the people that I have ventured into this political venture and I really want to serve. Actually, I do not have what to give you. Instead, you are the people who are supposed to support me into this particular venture. So when it comes to such a time, maybe if there is something you can do, there is just something you can do. For example, if somebody is sick, you can take that initiative to see to it that you take this person to the nearest dispensary and get this person treated, and that still will be a service to them. But then we are trying so much to remove this perception that has been there time immemorial, that when you venture into politics, you have to give out.
Mheshimiwa Mengich?
Okay, thank you. In this side of giving out something, yes, our people nowadays, they are used to money. And I don't blame them. I blame the leaders before, because they are them who trained to be giving something small. This is whereby you find a leader, after being elected, he comes back and say, we finished, tulimalizana, siniliwalipa siku ile. So that's what I'm trying to tell them, because when you find other people, they say, no, we can support you, so don't give us anything. When you go to the other side, wanasema, give us something. We know your ways, tunajua ni wewe tutakupea, so utufungue tuende zetu. So, and others will say, you want her to come back after we elected and tell us that tulimalizana. So you know there is that thing, and you know they might even throw some stones to you if you will not give.
Mheshimiwa Mother, do you give out this tips kwa vijana tufungue mheshimiwa twende? Hata hujawaongelesha, you just arrived and nipe zangu niende.
To me, what I've understood with my people of Matisi ward, because Matisi is a big place for the slums, and most people in those places are poor. So when I go to a place and it's like the young people, women are running to me for some token, I understand it is poverty. That is the biggest problem. And if our leaders who have been empowered these people, those are the people who are supposed to be giving us so that we can be better leaders to help them develop. But because of poverty, that issue of telling us to give them is because maybe they don't have unga, they don't have tea, and they are looking for something for them to eat. So to me, many times when I go to the slums, I will look for a woman or a man and realize this person even has slept hungry. So I'll give so that this person can go and get something to eat. So giving to them because they have nothing to eat, it's okay. But if I go and get somebody who is very rich or has something, he has a job and is telling me to give, I'll educate this person the importance of getting a leader to help them develop.
You're talking about poverty. And I believe that is what takes all of them to say, Mheshimiwa tupe zetu. Mheshimiwa Mengichi, how are you planning to empower the community of Ainabko Yolari?
First of all, like for women, we have a merry-go-round. I'm a member there. We have these table bankings. We have Kenya Women. I'm a member also. So in women, I normally encourage them to raise some poultry in groups so that they will manage. And for youth male, they have a group whereby they plant potatoes. Since Ainabko Olare ward is a cool and wet climate, so whereby you can grow potatoes, which is you can plant in a year, you can harvest 2 times. That's it can generate income easily. And for girls, those girls are trained under these women groups, small groups for women. So whereby they can get empowerment to know how they can depend on themselves to avoid receiving money from these young men, you know, sugar daddies.
That is so funny. Mheshimiwa Mother, how are you planning to empower these people? Now you're saying it is because of poverty, and you want to go represent them.
Yes. I have serious agenda for that ward. One, because it's a slum. One of the things I'll do, I'll make sure I have a revolving fund for the women who are in small businesses, and I'll make sure this fund has little interest, like 5%, so that they can come, get the money, go and do business, and finish. Number 2, for the youth, because the slum has garbage. I want to make sure I give them work to collect the garbage, and then we recycle it so that they can sell the byproducts of those recycling things. Number 3, I want to establish even cottage industries in the slum areas so that people can be able to manufacture small things which can help them generate income. So I have a serious agenda both for women, for the youth, and for the older people. And I'm sure because Trans Nzoia is a place where there's a lot of riches, I'll make sure my people are rich in the next 5 years.
Mheshimiwa Sarah, before we go for the break, how are you planning to empower the people of Kwanza Ward?
Oh yes, I also have a very, very comprehensive agenda for the Kwanza Ward people. For the youth, we have village polytechnics. Although we have only one in the village, and yet the total number of voters are 18,137, and we have only one in the ward. I'm planning to set up one, and even before I set up one, I'm planning to send most of the youth in this particular polytechnics so that they can get skills. These particular skills, once they have acquired these skills, I will use their youth, part of the youth enterprise fund that comes through the MCA, at least to start them, have something that they have learned, use the skill that they have learned from that polytechnic, at least to start something and get going.
Right. Remember, this is your take and comes to you live from Hotel Goshen here in Eldoret. And tonight I have women in the house. That is Honorable Sarah Lubano, who is going for an MCA seat in Kwanza Ward, that is in Kwanza constituency in Trans Nzoia County. Next to her is Honorable Frida Mengichi, who is going for an MCA seat that is in Ainapco Yolare ward, in Ainapco constituency, Uasin Gishu County. And of course, next to me also I have Honorable Mother Ouma, who is going for an MCS seat in Matisi ward, that is in Saboti sub-county in Trans Nzoia County. We are taking a short break. We'll be back shortly. Don't go away.